Hello guys, how are you doing? I'm not doing so well today because I have a cold, but I hope you guys are doing great. So anyways, we're going to be looking at a game between liquidHayPro and Emil, and it is a game taken from GSL, so it'll be PvZ. And quickly just want to mention a little thing about HayPro. I don't know too much about Emil, to be honest. I know that he's a Diamond League player, and that is pretty much about it. HayPro I know quite a bit about because he's actually at the Pro Gaming House in Stockholm with TLO, Morrow, and who else? Who is it? SJOW or SJOW? I don't know. But yeah, so he comes from a pretty crazy pro gaming house out there. So you know, playing with those players and like living with them, you get a lot of perspective of StarCraft too. So you know this guy's going to be good. And as well, Emil, I don't know too much about him, but you know, if he's going to GSL, he's got to be pretty darn good, so we're going to be expecting a pretty nice game here. Like I mentioned before, I have a cold, so please don't comment too much about it. I'm just trying to make as much content as I can, and want to keep you guys happy. And that's actually one of the things that I want to talk about really quickly. I hate when I do this, I really do. Every video that I make, I say, today, I'm not going to delay the replay, I'm just going to talk right about what's happening. But PvZ, there isn't really too much to talk about. Open gas, cybercore, put down the zealot, and get a gas. That is pretty much the defense for. That is pretty much what you do for PvZ. And 2 drones going out, 1 for expanding, 1 for scouting, and he will be putting down the spawning pool and getting 1 gas. That is pretty much PvZ. So PvZ in a nutshell. So basically, I've been reading a few comments on some of the other StarCraft commentators. You know, I don't really remember their names, but I've been seeing a lot of hate, and I just want to state, for the record, I guess, as a machinima director and StarCraft commentator, I've been doing this for a long time, and I haven't just been doing it on StarCraft, so I mean, I got a lot of experience in this, but the thing is that other people don't really have that experience that I have, and all I can say is they are trying their best, you know, they're making this content for you guys. You don't necessarily have to like it, you're not obligated to like it, but, you know, just I hope you guys at least respect the work that we put into it, because we do put a lot of work into it. I know how hard it is to make videos and you know, render them, fucking find all the settings out, commentate, learn more about the game, which makes sense because if you're casting a game, you should know quite a bit about the game. But I'm just saying, you know, a lot of these people are getting like shit on in the comments, and I'm just saying, you know, try to respect them a little more if you notice that you're doing that. And you know, everybody's nervous, everybody starts out that way at the beginning, just like me. I've been there. So you know, it is hard work, and we really do appreciate all the support you guys give us, and all the positive feedback too, and negative feedback. Basically, any criticism I get, I take to heart, and I hope to do that with my videos as well, like incorporate your feedback in my videos. So just for the other people that are, you know, getting shit on and discouraged, you know, it'd be really nice if you guys stop commenting like that, or at least maybe was a little more, or like just be a little more positive about it. So instead of saying, "Oh, your video sucks," maybe just say, "Hey, you know, it'd be really cool if you did this. That would really help out your video." Just stuff like that. So wow, good job. 5 minutes into the game, I'm finally talking about the replay. All right, so the Zerg player went for a fast expand, and he has a second queen up as well at the natural expansion. And the Protoss player is going a very, 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 very common build for Protoss, and that is 4-gate. You really see this in basically almost every game. You know, sometimes the odd time you'll see like 3-gate Robo, 3-gate Stargate, sometimes even 4-gate Twilight Council or Forge Expand. You know, this I find Protoss, you know, being an ex-Protoss player, I find that it's just really, really textbook. You know, all the builds are like way like just laid out in front of you, and you're just like, all right, well, if I go 2-gate opener, I'm gonna have to transition into this, and you know, I just find it gets really boring. So it turns out he's going 4-gate Stargate, which isn't a bad build at all. It's actually very good against Zerg. Getting that second gas a little late because of the delayed gas, but it's still gonna work out for him, hopefully. What he will be doing most likely is either getting Void Rays. Well, only 2 things you really can do with Stargate, unless you go for carriers, but either going for Void Rays because of the lack of anti-air by the Zerg player. He does have some queens right now, but it looks right now he's not switching for any tech, getting actually a third gas, which is, or second gas, sorry, and just really keeping it at speedlings for now. We haven't seen a roach warren go down, haven't seen any infestation pits, and yeah, so currently right now I'm not going for any switch in tech, so if he does decide to go Void Rays, he will have a huge edge just because the Zerg player won't have much anti-air. As well, Phoenixes is not a bad idea either, because sniping out those overlords is very important. If you keep your opponent very grounded and not able to really replenish any of his units or make any more units, you know, that's going to help you out a lot in the long run. And it looks like HayPro is actually just going for like tons of Zerglings right here, so trying to destroy the destructible rocks with a few Zerglings, harass the third expansion, and it's a little strange that Emil is going for his natural and his third at the same time. That's going to be a huge disadvantage in a mineral perspective, because he's not going to be able to pump out any units, not going to be really able to defend any attacks led on by the Zerg player HayPro. And as well, when HayPro expanded, he was scouting out that he saw the second base going down for Emil, and right away went for the third expansion. So currently he's on 3 bases, and because these Zerglings are just sitting by the natural and third expansion of the Protoss player, he's not really going to be able to move out his probes at all, not really going to be able to move out his units too much, so he can't really do a whole lot with those 2 expansions. Those are just like basically 800 minerals just sitting there that he can't really fully use. And as well, tons of Zerglings still coming down for HayPro, and it looks like he might just really keep it at just Zerglings for this game, and they seem to be working. We do see the first Void Ray out, so obviously going to be massive some Void Rays, and this should really kick into HayPro's mind and say, hey, he's got Void Ray, but he probably doesn't have the air. And we do see the Evo chamber, so he does actually have Spore Crawler, so he is pretty prepared for it, and he does have his queens as well. He has 3 queens, so I think that'll be able to pretty much fend off anything that Emil sends in him. Just because of the Queen's Transfusion, it's very effective if you use it on the Spore Crawlers or the other Queens around you. And because you have 3 Queens, if you just save up the energy, then you will be able to transfuse quite often, actually. So finally, the Zerglings seem to be halting up. He's going to be able to move his probes out to the natural expansion, but at what cost, really? He's had that expansion delayed for so long, and as you can see in the results right here, look how far ahead he is. Look how far ahead the Zerg player is in minerals and gas. So right now Emil is at a huge disadvantage just because of that crazy Zergling harass. So fantastic job by HayPro, as well, going for a macro hatchery, which is fantastic as well, and a Baneling nest. So Banelings are going to be able to take out this third expansion if he does target that, and I believe he also took out the destructible. No, he did not. But they are almost dead, so if he takes those out, he can just have easy access with the Banelings going right through that ramp and going right into the third expansion as well. If he decides to send in those Banelings to the natural expansion, he can end up destroying a lot of minerals, or sorry, a lot of probes, and in turns will have a very, very low mineral count. So the Zerg's point of view right now, or his mindset in this match, is just to keep harassing and keep his opponent grounded, and it's working very well for him right now. And I also think a macro hatchery is a very good idea, just to get that extra larva out, just so you can produce a lot more units. And as well, putting down the second Evo chamber, so he's going to have a lot more upgrades than the Protoss player. Not too sure if the Protoss player has even put down a forge. No, he has not put down a forge yet, so not getting any upgrades at the moment. We're going to see if he has any upgrades for his Void Rays. No, he does not. So right now, the Zerg player has a huge advantage over the Protoss, just in the minerals, the gas, and in the fact that he has upgrades, and the Protoss has not even made an attempt yet to make any upgrades. Anyway, you can't really blame him, how could you, because the Zerg player keeps harassing him and doing a very good job at it as well. And it looks like he may actually take off his third expansion. He keeps on attacking and focusing that expansion on, and getting really low, but no, he will not take out that expansion just now. Then again, tons of Zerglings moving in towards for an attack. And Emil is really going to have to be careful here. He's going to have to keep these units alive, because that is a lot of lings. Let's see how many he has. He's 40 lings. As well, looking at introduction, 44 coming out as well. So that's a lot of lings for 3 Void Rays to deal with, essentially. And he fends off the attack, but then again, like I said, 40 more Zerglings coming out, and as well a Baneling. And some of them may be actually morphed into Banelings as well, and he is bringing some Baneling drops in, and those are very, very powerful. If he brings them into the main, there isn't really anything defending this area right here, so as soon as he drops them in, he's going to be able to just take out tons of probes and completely fucked up his minerals. So taking out the zealots, no problem at all. Taking out the stalkers, no problem at all. The zerglings are proving to be very effective, especially with their upgrades. And he is going for the probes, and I don't think he's actually dropped or went for the drop yet, but it looks like he has rallied the drop. So this whole time that the zerglings are taking out those probes, and he takes out the third expansion. Emil's in a lot of trouble right here. And an immortal? Why are you bringing out an immortal? Immortals suck dick against zerglings. And this immortal is actually very out of position. The zerglings coming in, they're just going to be able to attack him and surround him completely. An immortal completely wasted. So huge blunder by Emil right there. And as well, the baling drops in the back of the base of Emil. Tons of probes being taken out. He doesn't have really that many probes left. He has 10 probes to 64 drones. So he's got to do something. He's got to pull something out of his ass this game. And as well, he's having the upgrades as well. But all the zerglings have upgrades too. That's a lot of zealots, so he could actually move out for a big attack right there if he pull this off nicely. 3 void rays, as well as 6 zealots and 1 sentry compared to the zerglings of HayPro. So if he gets a nice surround here, he will be able to take out those zealots. And as well, he already has tons of infestors, which are going to be able to funnel growth, and as well, maybe some infested terran. So the infested terran, oh, GG right there. So, damn, very, very good game played by HayPro. Sorry I screwed up a couple times. It's just because I'm sick, so this cold is really messing me up. But I hope you guys kind of understood what I was saying, and hope it made sense to you guys. So really, the story of this game was just the harassment by HayPro. Usually when you first see Void Rays as Zerg, you're just like, alright, I need to get something up now, like transition to Hydras, maybe even get a Spire up. Spire is probably the best option. But no, didn't even decide to do that. Just went all in Zerglings, and with upgrades as well, which was a very good idea. And just doing so much harassment to that natural expansion, delaying the natural and the third base for so long. And once he finally got those off, just bailing the probes, and as well doing another bailing drop in the back of the main. So that was fantastic positioning by liquidHayPro, and as well just keeping up that harassment big time, as well as just keeping a very good eye on his mineral count, expoing very well. He was on 5 hatcheries, one of them being a macro hatchery, and overall very good play. So GG, both players did a very good job. And congrats to both players. Hope you guys subscribe to Machinima Realm. Hope you guys subscribe to KillSpreeGaming. And I hope I wasn't too sick for you guys. And I don't think it's contagious, so I don't think you guys will be sick from watching this replay. So anyways, yeah. Hope you guys have a nice day. And thank you for all the support. Really appreciate it all. And that is pretty much how I'm going to sign off the show. This has been KillSpreeGaming. Peace.